Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Your Words Not Mine podcast. The main speakers for today are me, Akif,
Khairul.
Hi, Vaishu.
And me, Hari. So today we'll be talking about what you wanted versus what you are. So guys, let me ask you guys a question. Like, are you in your desired career path as of right now?
If you ask me, I'm not fully employed, but I'm studying something that I believe can be of use lah.
You and some guys.
Yeah. So like what I want, what I wish I would be doing. I mean, like what I dream I would be doing is like maybe doing something in the audio engineering side. But cool. I'm actually studying marketing, so I have tried to consider blending these two together. Maybe in marketing for the music side, like those record albums and stuff like that.
That's cool. Actually, this question hits a little bit too hard for me because I'm kind of having a quarter life crisis, Hari. I think we spoke to you about it. Yeah. And yeah. So actually, what if I can share, guys? I can share a bit. So what I'm currently doing right now is cybersecurity in the IT field. But along the lines, I've worked 2 years in this. So 1 year in IT, another year in cybersecurity currently. And I'm actually facing a bit of difficulty, and I'm just doing a lot of soul searching right now because I'm really uncomfortable and feeling a bit lost of where I am right now. And apart from all the workload and the stress and everything else, I just feel like maybe this is not the right field for me. Yeah.
Oh, my turn now. Okay, got it. Well, I think when I started off, this first question was what I wanted, what I desired to be, right?
Are you in a desired career path?
Okay, the answer is no, because life. What I wanted to be was actually events planning. Yeah, I wanted to be in the whole events planning sector because your girl can just multitask and handle, micromanage anything, just name it. I can
Except
do it.
come on time.
Excuse me?
She was 20 minutes late today.
Says like the two people who were like, how many minutes late again, Kai?
5.
Like 5? Yeah. Okay, let's not go there. So, see, I lost my train of okay, so I wanted to be in events planning, not management, but rather planning, because I was working in NTU, we were doing corporate events and stuff. It was a very, very fun experience, and that's when I realized that that's what I really enjoyed doing. But right now I am actually studying. I'm majoring in business analytics, and I'm working part-time in a law firm. Yeah, it's totally unrelated. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. She has her whole life planned out. but yeah, so for me, I took some time actually. Like I and Akif, actually we were three in the same poly before, Republic Polytechnic. Yeah, she was in poly as well actually.
No shit, I was in civil aviation.
Yeah,
see,
nothing related.
Nothing, none of it.
Very good.
She's such a mess.
Yeah, she's such a...
Yes, thanks.
Your hair as well. I'm joking. Okay, so going back like on topic, so Akif and I, we did business applications, right? Business IT, and yeah, so eventually I dropped out. I didn't complete because I realized that's not what I wanted to do, right? So I wanted to move overseas actually to study, but things popped up, and then it's a whole messy situation altogether. So during a period of time, I took some time to soul search, right? I thought about, hey, what I want to do. I realized that there's two, journalism or psychology. Eventually I picked psychology, and I felt like, hey, this is the thing for me. Like I want to work with youth at risk, youth in particular. The rehabilitation system in Singapore, for inmates and stuff like that. So I've been working on that. I've done a few volunteer projects along the way. And if you ask me desired career path right now, I wouldn't say yes, because I'm still reaching, but I probably perceive myself in the next 2 years, I might be there. So yeah, so that's for me.
I mean, like, okay, while you're talking about this, right, I got this question for you. Like, all of us, like, do you think we have, like, that career, that path that we have chosen, like, or whether we are in one or what, we actually know what we want? Do you think so? Like, do you really think that you
Yes,
know what you want?
Actually, if you ask me, okay, first and foremost, I like to say, we all do our like poly diploma is like our first milestone or degree. During the age we are like early 20s. So I feel that point of time maybe is when we take our first step into our next career path. Of course, our diploma and our degree, like our qualifications, we study that so that we work in a field related to it, right? So during that point of time, I feel personally like when we're younger, we tend to choose something that maybe based on superficial needs, maybe like not something so deep or in a purposeful way. I think it takes time. Like I have no friends in my course who did IT actually for 4 years in NUS, graduated, did 2 years working the field, and then he just dropped out everything and just went to psychology. Yeah,
Sounds like Keith's story.
yeah. So yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, yeah. I was telling Akif as well, like like I think it's never too late. People meet career shifts at 40 years old. I think it's like, okay, for me, I believe if your mind state is right, you know where you want to go, there is no particularly right path. Your path is right, like there's a straight path, but there's no actual way to get there. But as long as your mind, you know what you're doing, your positive like mindset, I think you'll eventually get where you want to be.
Because it's a bit scary to share this with people. So I've had different responses from friends, family, and then it's a bit unfair to take their advices wholeheartedly. Like you just take it with a pinch of salt, and then you decide on your own what do you really want to do. They can just provide you with some form of consolation or some form of advice like you've given me, which is good. And as for me, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to take a step back, look at my needs, look at the responsibilities I've given to me. I'm 26. I have some necessities and responsibilities I need to fulfill. Okay, I'm no longer the young kid. Yeah, so I have to take that in mind because let's say I decided to take like a year break or a few months break. That is a few months or a year's worth of savings just gone. I'm not earning money, or maybe you're doing part-time but you're not earning as much as you would do full-time, and that also translates to a lot of time that you can invest on your profession, your skills. Yeah, so that's a bit of a scary journey to take. And in terms of financial stability, I'm not a rich guy, so I do not have that luxury to like, okay, you know what, Hari, I'm gonna take a year break, okay, see you on Maldives or something like.
Okay, I was just like, I think like for most of us, we don't know what we want until like a very late stage, a late stage in life. Then like after we have experienced a lot of things, then after that we like suddenly tell, oh, I like doing this. Why did I like doing this earlier? So the thing is, I can say that if you don't know what you want, don't be afraid to try out new things. The thing is that try out, because you may feel you don't like something until you try it, then you don't know whether you will like it or not. Because sometimes, most of the time, you don't know what you want most of the time.
Yeah. Like I like to say something like, for me personally, like what made me like find this particular purpose or decide career path, right? So I like to share. So there's this guy, his name is Viktor Frankl. His book is called Man's Search for Meaning, right? So he mentions that when somebody, like a person, when you have this grasp of this purpose in life, like it can be a career path, who you want to be in the future, right? Like working towards a career path, it gives you that happiness regardless, even though of the monetary issue like you might face. So like, for example, okay, I know people who's like my age right now, like 26, 25, and they are doing poly right now, diploma, because they cannot do a degree. So obviously, if we see for them, it's a drop. I mean, if we are going to see in a societal point of view, right? So like, hey, I have to work full-time diploma, I can't earn enough money, and I'm mid-20s, I've got to marry and stuff like that, right? But I think going through that path gives you that particular happiness, you see. Because it's your purpose of who you want to be. Like maybe you'll be a lawyer, you want to be a psychologist. But I believe, of course, you have to struggle. that point of time. But I think in long run, you will get what you want to be, you see. But is that struggle? That's the question. Whether you're willing to struggle.
I mean, okay, with what you just said, right? If like, as long as they have the grasp of like the purpose of their life, right? Like, isn't that the whole, your life is like the journey? That's a huge topic to talk about, the purpose of your life and shit. Like, for me, if you ask me, right, like, for me, honestly, I do not have any intentions of staying in Singapore. Like, true story. Once I'm done with my studies, I have like plans to migrate to another country.
No, don't.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Me too.
So here's the thing, like, even if I'm not able to find like a career that is going to satisfy me, like monetarily, or like even like happiness wise, does it give me the sense of fulfillment? I honestly, for me, career, like for each individual, it's different. For me, as long as my priorities would be like, where as long as I have a job that it's 9 to 5 and like I'm earning enough, I'm in a good position, and that's it. When I end work, I want to end work. I don't want to bring back work home. And then I have the whole other different kinds of roles that I want to excel as well. Not just career driven, but at the same time, I want to also be a great wife, a even better mother. I have all that things that I want to be as well. So it's like I'm willing to take the risk of, it's okay if I do not really excel as I don't throw myself at work like in the career that I want, and like, I mean, I could, but for me, personally, that's not my my top priority. Like, okay.
So I'm gonna drop another question, like, it's related, right? So we started off talking about our desired career paths, right? Now I'm gonna ask you another question, like, how about your desired roles in life? So are you in desired roles? For example, maybe like someone want to get married, right? Like, you want to be a mother.
Kai is going to get married?
No, I'm pointing to you. You said you want to get married. She badly wants to get married. I swear, she badly wants to get married. Huh? Why are you looking at you?
Why didn't you point at me when you said?
It's gonna take you some time to get married.
Shit.
It's gonna take you some.
I'm gonna find a career before.
Keith, it's gonna take some time to
Yeah,
heal
but
from
like,
that.
that's a good question actually. Like, roles, like, I mean, besides being a son, a role, like, taking care of family, I think that's still some way to go, right? Like, but like, yeah, like desired roles in life, like besides career path, like who you want to be, or like, yeah, like maybe let's say I want to be like a dad in the future, stuff like that. Like, how far are we from there? Like, I mean, when you work so much, you're gonna focus so much attention on desired career path. Do you think such roles can be fulfilled in the future? Like, maybe let's say I'm going to take another few more years down the road, do my masters, maybe do a PhD, probably 35, I don't know, man. Then, like, do you think such roles will be fulfilled, like, in the future? Like, for me, I
just had the shock. Are you getting married?
No, I'm not getting married.
He's not getting married anytime soon, I think.
Yeah.
Good news for
Doesn't
ladies.
have a girlfriend.
Good news.
Single.
Okay. So I think, like, if I can start first, I think like desired role other than career or whatever related to that, I think like I want to be a good dad lah. But I mean, like, because I love kids, but it depends a lot of, I mean, like, there are a lot of things you can control. What you can control is your decisions, your career choice, your path, the route you want to head towards your career, everything. But when it comes to family, whenever it involves other people, that is where you have no control, absolute control, or you know. So it's just that it depends. It depends a lot of things.
I think it's like limited flexibility, right?
Limited flexibility.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could choose your partner, right? Like, that's where the
That's
choice
a bit of
is.
consolation.
Like you could get a partner right now, and you can satisfy that role as being like a boyfriend, or like what prevents maybe because I want to focus on my career path, I don't want a girlfriend right now. Like, for yourself, you want to go overseas, like you might not want to.
I don't want a boyfriend now.
But she dates a lot.
That's what we as human beings, we rarely know what we want. If we know what we want, It's a miracle. That's 1 in 2. Okay, for my sake, I love the question, Ari. That's a brilliant question because for me, myself personally, especially in my religion and race-wise, right? Malays tend to lean on more to the responsibility side, like get married as early as possible, have a lot of kids. That's a milestone already. Malay milestones. I love it. Okay. So for me, I do want to be a dad. I do want to have kids. Okay, but when I think about all that stuff, something comes to mind, like whether I have enough to provide, and that thing scares me because going through traditionally, right? The man and the woman, we have our different roles. We tend to co-align and do this shit together. So for me, I'm afraid. Let's say I want to get married. I find the girl that I want to marry, but in doing so, I haven't pursued like my degree yet or the choice of profession that I wanted to go to yet. So I'm afraid that once I get married or I have additional responsibilities, I'm not saying that marriage is a burden or anything, but once I take on this additional role and responsibilities, I will have lesser time, like what Kai mentioned. I have lesser time to actually exercise my willpower on studying more, or working out, doing the things I like, going for that milestone. But what Vaishu mentioned also plays a part. If I could find a partner that understands me and says, hey, I'll try my best to make it work, you can just still chase your dreams.
Something along that line. I did.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. Okay. You said about choosing your partner, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you should. It's good to settle with a partner that really understands your ambition and just supports you along the way.
You know what they say, right? Grow together.
Yeah, grow.
That kind of relationship.
Okay.
Last question. So like, I'm gonna ask the last question. Like,
Okay.
to lean on further, like go deeper, right? So now you guys mentioned like your desired career path, desired roles, how you feel like you want to get there, right? Do you feel there will be like a point of time where there's a conflict of interest? Meaning, I'm going to give it in simpler words. For example, let's say you find a partner, all right, and then you find like, hey, this person is like the one, I think it's going to work out, and you want to fulfill a role, you want to become like a dad, you want to have kids, right? And then suddenly your career path, your desired career path comes in the way of being together with that partner.
Yeah, that's wrong.
For example, if you want to go overseas, like let's say this particular, you find out, hey, this particular place gives you gives you the desired career path, and then you realize that your partner can't come with you, and you have a hard decision to make whether you desire role to start a family with this person, or you desire career path, to be somebody you want to be in life. And this conflict of interest, right? What do you guys do? Like many people I know, they choose the career path. They're like, you know what, I'm going to forgo this person. We're going to break up. I'm going to do a positive breakup and tell the person, hey, this is not going to work out. Move on.
Is that selfish?
But what if you're married already by then?
Yeah.
Divorce. Duh.
Just divorce.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's the exit route.
so
The
are you going to
option.
forego your career path? Think about it. Now, let's say you're unsure. Let's say you're not sure yet. Then you find this particular what career path would work, like audio line or whatever it is, and you get it. And then your partner says, no, Kai, I don't want to pursue this. So what do you do?
What do you do, Kai?
Okay, I'll give an alternative scenario lah. Like, okay, for example, like, I'm working in the marketing department, maybe like regional executive or something. So like for example, they asked me to go to overseas to go and like have the marketing side there. If I have to go there for like maybe 6 months, then I cannot bring my family along, or it's like very difficult or what. Then I don't know lah. It'll be tough lah. Honestly, it'll be tough. I mean, like especially if the job is good, it'll be a tough decision. I think it all depends on your priorities already. I mean, I don't really know because I don't know, like I cannot like visibly see the two pros and cons or the weightage of each. My family or my career. I cannot see because it's not tangible right now. I mean, I wish it's tangible because I can step honestly lah. Yeah, so I think it all boils down to my priorities. But of course, for me, to whatever extent, I don't want to divorce my family. So I think I have to find like some middle ground.
Yeah, middle ground. Right?
Yeah, some middle ground lah.
Yeah, I think touching on that, essentially what I would do is, and I can say this now, okay, we haven't encountered this in the future, okay, but what I would do is have a sit down with my partner, just tell him, hey, I do want to chase this ambition, profession or whatever, and then say that I'm gonna need a few sacrifices. Are you okay with that? And let's say worst case scenario, like you said, she doesn't want to do it, or she's not willing to compromise. That's the part where, if this dream is strong for you, would you wanna, if the end game is to sacrifice your family, what will you do? I think for me, I'll try to make it work. I'll try to compromise my own ambition, or maybe restructure my whole objective so that it goes 50-50, you know? Yeah. Because if I totally throw away my dreams, like, dude, that's like one of the topics that couples get into, like the arguments. Yeah. Like, oh, because of the kids, I don't get to choose what I want. I don't get to choose what I do. Yeah.
I believe for me, it will be if I was in such a situation, then I'll probably find other ways to continue pursuing what I want to do career-wise. Like, in the event that I've got to reduce the number of hours that I spend for my work, then I would maybe compensate with, like, you know, working from home, or like finding time, like finding you know, other ways to also be like, you know, here and there, so that there is enough effort both sides. We all want the best of both worlds. Come on. I mean, we will find whatever way that's gonna work to get the best of both worlds.
Vaishu,
Yes.
With that being said, right? I actually have a few friends who sacrifice. They won't say it lah, you know, just for political reasons, but they actually sacrifice their careers. I've seen it before. They are onto something very good, and then there's a change in plans or anything. They decided to get married or attached or just preoccupied. So they actually didn't fulfill their potential. That's what I believe. Like, brutally.
Well, I feel sad for them lah.
But do you guys feel like this, like I wouldn't say like, you know, like an end game where, I mean, think about it, okay? Like, you guys thinking of a very low perspective, but let's say you have a great opportunity, like, just bam, like this, maybe I won't say $1 million, but like, bam, this is your chance to make a difference, man. Whatever you want to do. And like that's a part where you have to sacrifice. So I think for me personally, like what you guys said, for me, I can work where I want to do. Like, I will forego the offer for my family anytime. Like, I think because if you, yeah, I mean, like if you guys, I mean, for me, like, I think once you find like that particular thing you want to do, that particular thing, right? No matter how big you want to do it, you cannot do a massive change where everybody in the world is affected. Like, if there's one particular job where you can do something where it makes a massive change in the world, like maybe for mine being a psychologist, if I can save all the youth at risk, it's impossible. So knowing that in your mind, you know that quality is more important than quantity. And with that understood, I think you just work where you want to work, as long as you do what you want to do. I think that was I feel that's my own personal opinion on it.
So basically do a full-on SWOT analysis and weigh your pros and cons and get it, you know, and then you make the decision. I'm funny by the way.
I don't think anyone does any SWOT analysis or cost-benefit analysis.
Come on! I mean, maybe they
don't
might
bring
not...
your goddamn research thing.
Maybe they might not like label it as, like, you know, SWOT analysis, but they would... Shut up! They would probably be doing that in... they might have labeled it in their own terms. Yeah. And like done their own, like, should I do this? Should I not? Like, you know, that whole situation, that conversation with yourself, that is the same thing, SWOT analysis.
Vaishu, that's golden. No, I want to tell you.
You want to compliment me?
Yeah, I love that. I mean, apart from your voice, that opinion is golden for me because, okay, like you don't want to label your wife or your partner as a con. That's a bit that's a bit cruel, right? But do your analysis, whether it's SWOT or any other analysis that you can find. So strengths, weakness. I was about to say weapons. Strength, weakness, opportunities, threats. Like you do a little bit of analysis, do what you can, and then try to work out on that plan. But there will be things happening out of your control or things happening out of your plan. And that's when you need to sit down again, reassess your situation, look at your options. Let's say you're married, you love your wife, but you also love the opportunity. So ask yourself and try to work something out along that lines. Yeah. Don't give up. Don't give up.
I think ultimately, if like you're married or you have somebody, then like if you're spending way too much time on career, right, it doesn't take long for that somebody to notice and tell you so many times before you even reach that period. If you're at a stage already, then if that happens to you, you get that special promotion or special position that will elevate your social status, psychological needs and everything. Then at that point of time, you wouldn't care also lah. So I think it's like don't start thinking too late lah.
That reminds me, like how we have the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
I swear I wanted to say that. I swear. I just did it today about the self-actualization stage and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's like the physiological needs, and then the social is the third one. There's a security. Okay, so
physiological.
So as long as you are able to
cut me off.
To satisfy each level of need, then you progress to the next one, right? So you can't possibly just go all over. I mean, there's a whole debate for that. But according to this theory, like the moment you have enough money to run your life, you should do that. Consider. Oh, let me bring in economics again, okay? There's this thing called the law of marginal utility.
Yeah.
Am I? Yeah.
Yes,
so
yes.
by doing this, by working for putting in the extra hour in your work, is it going to bring in the extra unit of happiness in your life? Is it worth it? Or should you put that extra 1 hour in your personal life? So weigh it and you'll know.
Alright. So
I'm smart as well.
guys,
It's like, okay, dude. Wow, but sure, you're
I'm the
you're
whole
on
package.
fire,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What do you want?
I'm not gonna say that, by the way. So yeah, that's what she said. Okay. I don't know who the hell is Maslow, but I'm gonna take his advice and tell him, yo, Maslow. I'm gonna ring him up. Like, Maslow, what is the hierarchy of needs? And
He's dead.
we learned it in poly, right? But then again, what did we learn in poly? Look at where I am right now in a quarter life crisis. Yeah.
okay. At least you completed poly, my guy. Alright guys, so I'm gonna wrap up this episode for today, and I think we learned a lot about today, right? So I think what we can conclude from today is that we have to spend a lot of time thinking about our desired career path. I think we all shouldn't take it so hard on ourselves what age we turn. Whether it's 26, whether it's 30, whether it's 40. I think it's a progress in life. Like whatever it is, we shouldn't be afraid to take that step. And also on hindsight, especially if you get married and we have roles to play, then that's when we have to weigh the benefits and costs, and like what we all agreed on, find a middle level, make it work. Middle ground, make it work for all parties.
While you do don't spend too much time doing the analysis, because that would mean that you might lose out the opportunity as a whole. So don't dwell too much into it, but just take it as it is, and if it works, it works. If not, it's okay. It's alright. Life happens. It's alright.
Just break up, guys. That was pretty high also.
So my take on it is that just take a step back, try to see what is your definition of happiness. It might change from time to time. From time to time, as you grow older, your needs and your definition of happiness will definitely change. It might change according to your influence as well. So yeah, really sit back and have some alone time, or maybe you'll find comfort in friends. Just try to think it out, experiment with life, as you say. And yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll just add a bit. I think for me also, I feel that one can do more to explore yourself. You can learn to explore yourself,
Yeah.
like, because really I feel that from my experience, I feel that you don't know yourself most of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know you don't know yourself, and you don't know how you will change. Also. So like, take the time to know yourself, and then like, yeah, I think time is very precious. You know? Time is very precious. It moves very fast. You don't feel it. Okay, so
It's ironic,
try not to
eh?
waste that time lah. That's all I can say lah. I think, yeah.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. We are gonna wrap up this episode. Okay, we want to hear your opinions, your thoughts, and your discussion on this, guys. If you have any solutions or any workaround on this topic, yeah, any comments, leave us comments. If you want, yeah, just give us. We are welcome to your opinions.
Yes, please.
And whatever we share here is subjective to our own lives and our own experiences. So take it with a pinch of salt, okay?
Yeah. Salt is good.
Yeah. Follow us on socials. We are on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. What else am I missing?
Spotify, my guy, the most main
The
important
most
platform.
important one.
Spotify. We're gonna go and post snippets on TikTok as well, probably. So yeah, see us there, and we'll catch you for next episode. Cheers.
Bye.